it's Will here from W.T.F Car Reviews, and today we're going to be reviewing this 2021 Hyundai Sonata SE.
Okay, before we start, I want to give a huge thank you to Brandon Hyundai for making this review possible. These guys have a really impressive dealership and their staff is also really kind. So if you're in the market for a new car in the Florida area, I would definitely check these guys out and ask for Angel.
So for those of you guys who don't know, Hyundai has been making the Sonata since 1985. And so this is the 8th generation, but ever since the 7th generation, Hyundai started taking their brand very, very seriously. They started releasing the Genesis models. They started taking those more seriously. And this vehicle just became a very, very good all-around sedan really, really quickly. So this is the 8th generation. So we'll walk around it real quick, see what we got for the exterior, and we'll jump right in. But you can definitely tell that the styling here is definitely heavily updated. This car is a little bit dirty. We'll see that too. We could have probably taken this through a little bit of a wash, but it's not a big deal. You should still get a very good sense on this vehicle. But let's go out to the front, where you're going to see that this vehicle does have standard LED headlights. So very nice design. You do get a daytime running strip right here, and it does integrate a nice little brushed aluminum little panel that goes all the way up your Sonata, and it's really cool. I usually don't like chrome trim, but this isn't really chrome. It's more of a reflective aluminum material, so it does work very well. You continue down, this hood does come really, really low. I don't know if you can tell, but the hood goes down to basically my knee level. So very low slung design, very good for aerodynamics. But you come down over here, I like these black panels with chrome on the front of it. It looks really cool with your really large Hyundai badge, which will house your advanced safety features. You come inside in front of the radiator, you don't get any supports or braces. Not a big deal, wouldn't really expect it for a vehicle in this segment of price range, but let's continue along. So I just noticed this kind of looks a little bit like an Aston Martin in the front end. I don't know if anyone's also said that, so if I'm repeating that, sorry. But over here, of course, same light, same trim on the outside. You come down, you also got nice chrome trim over here as well, and what looks like a functional air duct over here. It doesn't lead to your brakes, but it will help your overall aerodynamics. And if you come down over here, you can see that your little splitter up here also leads to your radiator with a black panel underneath. So overall, very, very nicely styled front end. Definitely impressed. But come along over here. You don't get any crazy rims over here. These are going to be 16s. And these 16-inch rims are going to be wrapped in 205/65 R16 Goodyear Assurance Fuel Max tires. So these are going to be pretty cheap to replace, considering these are only 16-inch rims. You're definitely going to be saving money compared to rims that will come on 18-inch rims or maybe even 20-inch rims. But if you come over here, these are nitrogen-filled tires. But we can come alongside over here. As we mentioned, this little chrome trim extends all the way throughout the outside of this vehicle. So you don't get any smart access, but that is available on the higher trims. Not a big deal, but let's check out all the features that you do get. So this vehicle does start under $24,000. So for that price point, you get a lot for it. So you get some of the best warranty you could possibly get. 5 years, 60,000 mile, bumper to bumper with 10-year, 100,000 mile powertrain warranty. That's huge. Not a lot of vehicle manufacturers offer that. But you also get all these advanced safety features, such as forward collision avoidance. You got lane follow assist and lane keep assist. You got electronic brake force distribution. That's interesting. You got front side impact driver knee airbags. You got radar cruise control with stop and go. That's a good feature. Of course, you got your TPMS, you got your LED daytime running lights, and of course you got your rear view camera. So what's powering this vehicle is going to be a 2.5-liter 4-cylinder engine. We'll check that out in 1 second. It's going to have about 191 horsepower and 181 pound-feet of torque. It's going to be enough to get this car to 60 in about 7 seconds. It's very torquey. It's surprisingly torquey. Very good response, but we'll see that as we take this car out for a drive. We mentioned the 16-inch rims. You got your power door locks. You don't have a push to start button to start this vehicle, but that's of course not a big deal for a base package. But you do get an 8-inch touchscreen with Apple CarPlay. You get a bunch of other features too. We're not going to go into it right now. You got a couple additional features, such as this red paint. Very nice paint. It is a metallic. I don't know if you guys can pick it up. It's not the sunniest day right now, but in a sunny day, you would definitely see the metallic paint. But you also get a cargo neck, carpeted floor mats, and a rear bumper applique. So all in all, this vehicle is going to come out to about $25,500. Still a great deal to consider what you get for 25 grand. This is probably one of the best bargains you can get. But let's continue alongside. You do get push to open gas tank, as you can see. No easy fill, but not a big deal. It's nice they gave you the push to open in the first place. You come along back over here. So now these lights are really cool. These LED tail lights with turn signals and your reverse lights as well. I also like how the light goes all the way down the bumper. So when you're stopping this car, this whole thing's gonna light up. And you're not gonna notice it as a driver, but it's gonna make your Hyundai Sonata pop, not just at night, but whenever you're just overall slowing down. So as we mentioned, this car's a little bit dirty, but just ignore that. You can check out your exhaust tip right down here. But that's about it for the exterior, guys. Let's start this 2021 Hyundai Sonata up and hear how she sounds. All right, guys, so that was of course the sound of the 2.5 liter 4-cylinder engine sold by Hyundai. So let's pop this motor up and check it out. So this latch is a little bit tricky, but we got it. And it's very nice that we get struts. Definitely impressed with that. A lot of vehicles in this segment do not offer struts. It would be nice if the battery was offered on the passenger side, but not a big deal. This engine is directed more towards the left, so overall balance and weight distribution should be pretty good. So as you can see, this engine also has the GDI direct injection system. A lot going on over here. Check it out over there. I don't even know what that is. Look at that car. But all right, never mind on that, guys. But as you see, guys, no supports, no strut tower braces. That's probably going to be offered on the higher trims. It'll be nice to figure that out. We'll definitely take a look at the higher trims in this car as well. But just check it out over here. This is what you get. It's about 191 horsepower and 181 pound-feet of torque, enough to get this thing to 60 in about 7 seconds. But we'll check that out once we take it for a drive. Again, very impressed that this car has struts. But let's shut this hood and take one last step back. Wow, I like those daytime running lights. But let's check out the interior. So stepping inside the 2021 Hyundai Sonata. So first thing you notice up top on the door panel. So you do get soft touch materials. They're not going to be leather wrapped. You don't expect that from a base trim. But given this vehicle's price point, it's very nice to have soft touch materials up top. So similar to the Camry, you got nice silver aluminum trim with very good fit and finish to this door handle. And it is an aluminum door handle. Very high quality, very nice. Beneath that, it's going to be hard plastic, but not a big deal. You are still saving money wherever you can in this vehicle. This armrest is huge and very soft and very well padded. So since this armrest is so huge, you're also going to have a huge area over here for storage, and it does not fall through, so you can actually fit stuff in there. Beneath that, of course, you got your speaker over here, more hard plastic, that's to be expected. But pretty good storage. You can fit a 12-ounce bottle over here and a couple snacks over there as well. You don't get power seats in this car, also not expected. You got your manual height adjustments, you got your recline, and your, I guess, back and forth down there. So before we step inside the Sonata, let's take a look at these seats. So you get a nice little contrast over here in the middle, very soft cloth up here. So for where your butt's gonna be, very soft, not the most supportive on the bottom, but you're gonna have pretty good supports over here, good bolstering extensions, and the bolstering extensions, bolstering extensions are gonna be pretty stiff. So they will keep you in place pretty well. With this area over here, extremely soft. So let's take a look at the comfort. So let's step inside. All right, so we'll turn the air down by one. First thing you notice, of course, is the steering wheel. So very interesting, very unique design. Let's lower it by one more. So similar overall design to the new Genesis steering wheels. It's going to be very thick up top. You're going to have very good inlets over here for your 9 and 3. And this is where it starts getting interesting. So you got a nice little area over here where you can have your elbow over here on the armrest and still be able to steer your car. You can also do the same thing on the other side over here with your elbow on this armrest, while also allowing drivers to have their arm lay on their lap and control their vehicle like this. So not the safest for other drivers on the road, but in terms of comfort for you personally, this steering wheel definitely provides it. So despite the fact that it offers so much comfort, it still has very good overall design when it comes to performance. So you have excellent 9 and 3 grips. You got great little bolstering extensions over here for your 10 and 2. So overall, very impressed with the steering wheel, even though it's not leather wrapped, but it doesn't have to be. This way it'll actually be more durable long term anyway, so definitely can't complain. So coming forward, you have a 6,500 RPM analog tachometer with a digital speedometer in the middle. So this little infotainment screen, you could also see some other stuff. You can see your tire pressure. You can check out your digital speedometer as well. You got your 160 mile an hour speedometer as well, so that's really cool. And these turn signals are extremely high quality. So Hyundai and Kia have been absolutely killing it when it comes to their turn signals. So you're gonna be touching your turn signals more than most things in the car. So to have high quality turn signals, it'll overall make the experience of driving the car feel more luxurious. And when you're buying a car in this segment, for this price range, you want to maximize the feeling of luxury, because that's really what you're buying this car for. You're buying it for comfort, you're buying it for space, and I guess overall reliability. So to have higher quality materials is definitely a bonus. But so let's continue up to the dashboard. Over here you have nice soft touch material as well. However, the frame of the dashboard is going to be hard plastic. Up top it's going to be hard plastic, but behind your 8-inch touchscreen you're going to have more soft materials, and it's going to be stitched over here too, so it's going to look very high quality. You have a silver trim that goes all the way around your interior. Coming down here you have very cool looking air conditioning vents. I like those. No automatic climate, that's unfortunate, but not a big deal. I personally use manual climate controls even in vehicles that have auto climate, so not a big deal to me. You come down, you got 2 USB ports, so you have a 12-inch power outlet and a huge area that you can fit quite a bit of stuff. You could probably fit 3 phones over here if you position them correctly. But anyway, coming back over here, so you don't have an actual shifter. You're gonna have buttons. So you got your, of course, park. You push to activate all these buttons, but you also have drive mode select over here. So with the drive mode select, you get sport mode, you get custom mode, you get smart mode, and of course normal. So we're gonna leave it in normal for now. We may try out sport to see the overall differences, but for now we're gonna leave it in normal. So let's check out these cup holders. So they are rubberized. You can fit your phone in the middle over here. So pretty cool overall design. I like this little faux carbon fiber plastic design, and the piano black over here looks really nice, but it will get dirty with a bunch of fingerprints very quickly. So make sure you have your cleaning supplies at hand. But we can come back over here. So these this center console, extremely soft, very high quality leather, and it's very well stitched. But you look inside over here, so it is huge. You can easily fit a 6-pack in here. You could probably fit like 5 or 6 12-ounce bottles of water as well. So very impressive center console. We continue along over here. The glove box, it is damped. It's not gonna be lined with felt. You wouldn't really expect it, but it is absolutely huge. You can fit probably like 15 license plates in here with no problem. Huge glove box. But that's about it for the front, guys. You can check out your mirror. It's very large, and you have a very good visibility of the rear. I don't think that really gave you a good idea of the overall visibility, but I hope you guys can get somewhat of a sense. But that's about it for the front seat, guys. Let's check out the back. All right, guys, so stepping into the back seat on this Hyundai Sonata, you can see the birds aren't really feeling this car, or they are. I'm not sure how they show their respect, but you open this door, you can see that the soft touch materials up top don't carry over, so you're gonna have hard plastic for your passengers. Not a very big deal, of course. You wouldn't really expect it in this segment, but the silver trim does continue, and you do get a very nice aluminum door handle. The soft armrest also continues with a lot of storage as well, so you can fit quite a bit of stuff here. And this is very soft, so in terms of comfort, you definitely can't complain. You don't get the most storage over here, but you can fit some snacks. You probably won't be able to fit a water bottle, but you can fit some stuff in there. But check out these seats. So these are really supportive seats. The bolsters go all the way out to the door frame. Very impressive, very couch-like, and they do go in pretty well. So they're going to be surprisingly supportive for back seats. I'm kind of excited to check them out. But check out this legroom. So I'm going to be sitting behind my seat settings. I'm 6 feet tall, so let's check it out. All right, so in terms of legroom, guys, this is absolutely enormous. I got a good like 8 inches of space before my knees even come close to touching. My feet have a ton of space, and remember, I'm 6 feet tall sitting behind my seat settings. So you could be probably 6'4", 6'5" sitting behind your seat settings, and you'll still have sufficient space. You don't get air vents back here. That's unfortunate, but the air vents in the front will eventually reach you. But one thing I noticed is you do not get a center armrest over here. That's unfortunate, but not a really big deal. In terms of overall space back here, very impressive. You don't get a mat pocket behind the driver, but you do get one back here. So in terms of storage, in terms of space, very impressive back here. I would definitely recommend it to anybody that has a family and needs maximum amount of space. But before we take this car for a drive, let's just check out the trunk real quick, and then we'll take this car out for a drive. Okay, guys, so in order to open the trunk, you're gonna have to either press the button on the inside or press the button on your key fob, but you can check it out. So you have an absolutely massive opening. You can easily fit a TV of basically any size. You can fold those seats down 60-40. So overall, ton of space, guys. Really impressive trunk, but you would expect that for a vehicle in this segment. Most vehicles in this segment do have pretty impressive trunks. No little storage areas for your hinges. So if you're packing the trunk up all the way to the top, I wouldn't, because these hinges will crush your cargo. But other than that, guys, very impressive trunk. Let's shut it. Oops. Take one last step back, and let's take this car out for a drive. All right, guys, so now we've just about seen everything that we need to see with the 2021 Hyundai Sonata SE. Let's take it out for a drive. So again, we just simply press the drive button. This vehicle, it usually has hold, so you have to disable the hold, and then it'll allow you to roll. But usually with the hold turned on, it'll hold the brakes for you when you're just letting off. So if you're at a red light, you can just chill there without having to constantly hold your foot on the brake. But again, guys, huge thanks to Hyundai of Brandon, Florida, for making this review possible. This vehicle is very impressive for a vehicle in the segment. I drove a Hyundai Sonata from like 2002 before, so compared to the vehicles from back then, Hyundai has truly improved themselves. But let's take a step onto this road over here, and we'll step in the gas about halfway, see how this car can accelerate. So a little bit dead in the lower RPMs, but once you get above 3,500, there's a very good surge of power. That's not what you buy this car for. You're not going to be drag racing people in this car, but it is nice to have the most power you could possibly have when you're spending still a pretty decent amount of money. But in terms of handling, so we'll hit this pretty sharp turn right now without really slowing down. The car stays pretty flat. There's a little bit more roll compared to like the Camry, because the Camry did have pretty good supports for a vehicle in the segment. But never mind on that, guys. The car handles very well. It's very soft ride too, with these 16-inch rims and pretty thick sidewall tires. So pretty impressive all around. But okay, let's step onto this road right here. See, pretty torquey engine. Like it's surprisingly torquey. You're not going to be missing power in this car. You can get to speed very quickly. But okay, we got a very sharp turn right here. So let's check it out. Guys, I like the steering. Even in normal mode, you got a pretty good amount of steering feel. You can definitely feel what those wheels are doing. There's a little bit of play in the steering. You can see I'm moving the wheel a little bit, and the car is not moving directions at all. But that's not a big deal. Again, this car costs $23,700 sticker price, so you can't really complain about that. But let's drop this car into sport mode and see what the differences are. So immediately it kicked me out of the overdrive gear. I definitely dropped me a gear, but the steering, definitely stiffens up the steering. Let's throw it into this turn right here. Whew. Wow, yeah. So the steering feel, it does increase, but we got this rough road right here. Check it out. That was a huge bump, and you didn't even feel it. Very impressive. But we got this really big roundabout here. This will be a good opportunity to also see this vehicle's handling. So wow, in sport mode, there's more torque. It definitely has a touchier throttle too. Very impressed with that. But wow, guys, this roundabout is really cool. I like this. This is a good opportunity to test the car. I would like to take my Camaro on this roundabout, but maybe we could do a video about that. But as you can see, we're staying through this turn at pretty good speed. The car stays very flat. It's very in control. But we can turn back onto this road right now. Wow, we can hear my water bottle flying. But yeah, I'm very impressed with this car's handling ability. Again, huge bump right here. Barely even feel it. This is one of the softest rides I've felt in a very long time. I understand that I'm coming out of a pretty aggressive sports car with a pretty stiff chassis. But I personally like my Camaro's ride quality, and you can't even compare these two vehicles in terms of ride quality. This car is miles ahead. But we got a little bit of open road. We're going to try it out one time. We're just going to do a flat acceleration test off the line. But let's check it out. So we're stopped. We're in sport mode, so we're just going to mount it to the floor. Woo! You can see this thing flew right out. Wow, this thing has plenty of punch. We're not going to push it any farther. I just want to give you guys a sense of this vehicle's overall acceleration. But it's pretty impressive. This thing can get to 60 in about 7 seconds, and it definitely feels like it. So that's about all the acceleration you would need in daily driving. But again, one more sharp turn. Whew. It is nice, guys. And remember, this car has like 55 sidewall tires, and it still handles this flat. So very impressive all around. Overall, guys, would I recommend this car for you? Absolutely. If you have a family, if you're looking to spend under 24,000 bucks for a family sedan, you don't really care about options, but this car has pretty decent options. So you got Apple CarPlay, you have Android Auto, you got advanced safety features, you got lane keep assist. We'll try that out right here, actually. So yeah, so it does nudge you back into your lane, so it's definitely a functional lane keep assist system. But again, I'm very impressed with this car. I would definitely recommend it to anybody that's looking for a family sedan. Huge thanks to Brandon Hyundai for making this review possible. I'll leave all their information below. Very grateful, very nice group of guys. They were very busy when I came in, and they still took the time to help me out. So great group of guys. I would definitely recommend it to anybody in the Florida area. But other than that, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you've already subscribed. Thank you so much. You know how grateful I am for you guys. Without you, this channel would absolutely not be possible. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. But leave a like too. It'll help me out with the YouTube algorithm quite a bit. Leave a comment. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you don't like. But other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video and have a great day.